Just to keep life interesting, yesterday John's phone got stolen, waiting for callbacks on contracts that he has submitted.
They looked at the trailer, and then they looked at the tire, and then they looked at the trailer again. Shame on me, and I fully admit it. I should have checked. That's how you know it's hot.
Yeah, we're excited. We're gonna go take a factory tour.
We're the Farnsworths. We've been traveling full-time for the last 4 years. This year, we purchased a home base in Phoenix, prepared it for short-term rentals, and traded our travel trailer in for a toy hauler. We're off exploring the Great Lakes with a little detour this week to Elkhart, Indiana for a few upgrades. But first things first, we've got a soon-to-be teenager on board, and his birthday wish is to visit an indoor skate park.
You have to walk it inside the mall.
Dang it.
You cannot ride inside the mall.
Dang it.
All right, Mr. Almost Teenager requested for his birthday that he wanted to go to an indoor skate park. So we found this one. It is an hour and a half from where we're staying, but we are super excited. They're very excited to go check it out. Inside a mall.
Inside a mall.
Inside a mall. I'm going to show you just how empty the mall is. I haven't been inside a mall in years.
Battleground Skate House is an indoor Christian-based skate park and youth outreach in Battle Creek, Michigan. The kids had an amazing time practicing all of their tricks. We spent almost 5 hours here. If you're in the area, it's a cool place to drop in. Pun intended. You can even rent gear if you don't have your own.
Okay, well, we're walking back to the car. Sans phone.
Sans one phone.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had an incident. Just to keep life interesting, yesterday John's phone got stolen at the indoor skate park. We know it got stolen because we have security footage from the facility. We have a picture of him, of the person that did it. We filed a police report. We're likely never going to see that phone again. It's a humongous inconvenience, and it's maddening that there are people out there that just take things. It was sitting on a charging station. He had his back to it for maybe 10 minutes and it just got stolen. So anyhow, now he's waiting for jobs to call him. He's waiting for callbacks on contracts that he has submitted. And we have an appointment with MORryde tomorrow. We need to have communication with them. And today we're supposed to get tires in for Dorothy, and we're supposed to go get all of those replaced as soon as they get in, but he doesn't have a phone. So he's gonna take my phone. He's gonna go take the rig to go get it all washed, and I'm gonna stay here at the park with the kids, and we're gonna swim and do laundry. Sometimes things don't always go as planned, and they get complicated, but you work through it. Luckily, it was insured, so it cost us $200 to get a replacement instead of buying a whole brand new phone, so that's a plus. Just super annoying.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Stinker. You gonna go on a dad date? You go for a dad date today? Well, Dorothy's off to go get a shine and some shoes.
Shoes.
Kids and I are gonna hang out here.
Wear on shoes. So this is as good a time as any to talk about this, but the experience that I have at Discount Tire is I always really appreciate everybody that I've ever encountered working there. When I brought the tires in, you know, I first called and they said, hey, these are the tire size that I've got. They're like, yeah, we've got these trailer tires. Go ahead and order them online so they'll get here faster, and which I did. And then when I went into the store, they saw this on the trailer. It's 80 PSI. Saw those, and then they did one of these. They looked at the trailer, and then they looked at the tire, and then they looked at the trailer again. And then they came over here to the side of the sticker and they looked at this and they see the tire size and everything matches. They saw that, and then they saw the PSI. And essentially what we discovered was that the tires that were placed on this when we bought it are underrated. The manufacturer requires them to be G-rated tires to inflate at a max PSI of 110. So higher, tougher tire, if you will. Higher load rating is a better way to say it. Ones that are on there are under the load rating. He said that might be also why they got so chewed up. Shame on me, and I fully admit it. I should have checked. I just kind of assumed because I ran those same kind of tires on Windy. Dorothy's obviously much bigger. People at Discount Tires said, look, in all good consciousness, I cannot give you these tires. I know you've already purchased them. We need to order you something that is appropriate for the trailer based on the manufacturer's recommendations. And that's what they did. And that's why we ended up having to go to a different discount that had the tires. And here we are getting them installed now. I had to move the trailer from over here because it was in an excessive angle, and we got it moved down here into the center. And now I'm able to kind of lift it up. You can see even on the other side, those two wheels are off. So it's essentially resting on the 4 jacks plus the truck. And we're gonna lower this side and raise that side and hopefully get all 3 of these off. You can see the flex of that CRE 3000 system. Got them down here. It's a good time to check the brake lines, make sure nothing's loose. I don't see anything, everything looks good. On this side, finishing up here. That's how you know it's hot, when the pavement, when it melts the pavement.
And we're back with the new wheels. Kids and I have been swimming all day. Got a nice little wash job.
After getting everyone settled for the evening, it was time to break out the decorations for Aaron's big day.
Today's a big day. We're on our way to MORryde. John is working out his new phone.
Because the other one got stolen.
It's going to be a good day. We're going to go get a new kingpin installed. We're going to go take a factory tour. See what we see.
Wait, is it a factory tour?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
No chocolate at the factory
Oh,
tour.
no, well, maybe. I mean, who knows?
We are here. You're gonna hold down the fort for us. Got some windows open. All right, let's go check this place out.
Strawberry.
Your favorite part so far? The Pop-Tarts. Oh, don't put them like this. Pro tip, if you're going for a factory tour, make sure you wear closed-toed shoes. Duh! I don't even know what I was thinking, but 3 of us have sandals on. Good thing we have our house with us so we can go put our tennis shoes on.
Hey guys, I am so thrilled to be here today. We are at the MORryde facility, well, one of the many, in Elkhart, Indiana. And this is Jack Infield. And Jack, can you tell us like what you do here?
Yeah, so I'm in the sales department. So I've been at MORryde for over 30 years. So I've seen this grow from a small company to much bigger. And so I get involved in sales, marketing, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, Nick said you kind of ran the place.
No, not
that's what he says.
Yeah, not
So Jack, we have the fortunate opportunity that we're actually going to kind of walk around a little bit. Jack's going to show us some of the cool things here that MORryde does and some of the products that they have and all those things. So it's a special day because it's also Aaron's 13th birthday. Woohoo! So we're excited for that. Yeah. So let's get underway.
MORryde started in the early 60s when a gentleman bought the rights to patent technology for a rubber shear spring. And so he had the idea that I can turn that into a suspension system. And so the very first product that MORryde made was a suspension for trailers that haul trailers. They're called low boys, and they would literally put a couple of travel trailers on it and deliver it to dealers. So that was the very first suspension system. So this was the main campus. It was just from this building down there. Today we have 5 campuses, 15 buildings, so way bigger, way different. When people come here, one of the questions they ask is, okay, you know, did it always look like this? Well, the answer is no. There was a road right in front of here, and as we expanded, MORryde was able to close that, and then there was an old building right across the street. We were able to tear that down, and then if you look across, there were houses. Right now, there's one house left on the front, so a lot of times people go like, okay, is this the homeowners that are holding out against this big, giant company, like the Disney movie Up,
right, yeah, right.
And actually, it's not that case. As MORryde bought the houses along there, this was a couple who had been there for decades, and MORryde offered to buy them another house in the area, and they just said, you know what, we just really would like to stay there. So MORryde still bought the house, but now they live there rent-free, and MORryde takes care of the yard and everything.
Wow.
And deliver hams and turkeys throughout the year. And so yeah, when people see the house, they're going like, okay, what's going on? And it's just as a company, we want to treat people the way we'd like to be treated. Yeah. And this is a couple that just said, this has been our homestead, this has been our house. And so, yeah, they're there. So today, 5 campuses, 15 buildings. This campus is all about RV products.
Plastic shades.
Vast majority of MORryde products are made in the USA. Most of what we do is in these walls. And so we will take steel and aluminum from start to finish. And I think of fabrication as kind of like when we were in 3rd grade. Remember 3rd grade, we had art class. And we had our little art box, and we would go and sit down, and we'd open it up, and we'd take out scissors because we'd cut our construction paper, right? And then we would fold it, and then we'd get out our Elmer's glue stick, and we would glue it together. And then, guys, we made those triangular paper footballs and shot them across the desk and kicked field goals, right? Yeah. So that's fabrication to me. What we're going to show you is we're going to show you scissors, we're going to show you folding, we're going to show you gluing, and then we're going to show you assembly. Here's a flat sheet of steel, and basically it's going to go onto the laser bed, and so when it's cutting one, the other one is being prepped, and then it just does a straight exchange. Now, one of the things we've noticed the last 2 years is that RV prices have gone up significantly. A couple factors of that. One of them was just supply and demand. RVs became hot and people wanted it. But the other thing was just some of the inputs. So for example, steel. Historically, steel is in the 33, 34 cents a pound. By mid-summer of 2021, it peaked at 98 cents a pound. Aluminum is normally in the 80 to 90 cents. It actually topped $2. Now it's backed off of that since then, but still it's well above historical levels. So with the laser, what we're trying to do is we got to get as much out of this as possible, because anything that we don't cut is going to go to the scrap hopper. And the scrap hopper, when we were getting 98 cents, when we were paying 98 cents, we were getting around 24 cents for scrap. So you really need to maximize what we get.
Wow. Yeah, they're using lasers to cut the holes in the metal.
So here's an example of the skeleton after a part has been cut. This part, we recognize it as actually part of what we would call the CRE suspension system. So the 3000. So we were able to cut out all the beam assemblies, and now this is going to go back to the scrap hopper. Now we're going to fold. Whether in 3rd grade when you fold your construction paper, so we're just going to fold steel and aluminum. So we have a lot of press brakes, probably some around 45 across our different campuses. And all we're going to do is we're just going to put it in, we're going to bend it. So it's going to be programmed, it's going to tell them exactly what tooling to use. We'll do quality checks when we start, quality checks along the process. Some parts are small, some parts are big, some parts are light, some parts are heavy, but all we're doing is bending the part. What we do not want when we're building a product is we don't want what we call tolerant stack up. So what if a component was a little bit out, 16 out here, Another one was a little bit out here. By the end of the process, when you go to assemble it, it might not fit together exactly the way it wanted. Or for example, on a TV mount that we want to swivel or tilt, it might not swivel and tilt as much as designed because of tolerant stack up. So with our press brakes, we can hold much, much tighter tolerances so that we can avoid that tolerant stack up.
And it does it perfectly every time?
Every time. In third grade, we'd grab our Elmer glue stick and glue it together. So we're gonna glue stuff together. It's just called welding. So we do a lot of welding at all of our campuses. Sometimes it's on a chassis, sometimes it's product. We have one building on the north side of town that has weld robots, probably 25 or 26 of them. What we're going to see here is what we call bench welding. And that's basically where we design a fixture, put the part of the fixture and weld it up. Now we're going to get into the assembly process. We've cut the parts, we folded them. Some of them have gone out to another location for powder coating. What we have right here is this is our independent suspension system that's ready to go to manufacturers. At this building, we're building them both for manufacturers and for retail customers.
The factory tour was so fun and interesting, and we really appreciated the easy way that each step was explained. The tour ended in the showroom, where we got to see all the products that MORryde makes and even ones that aren't on the market yet. Don't worry, we'll be showing you those on Tuesday. We still had one very important thing to do that day: celebrate our brand new teenager. Between the exploding sprinkles and the accidental relight trick candles, this was the most fun birthday cake ever.
Happy birthday to you.
Alright guys, stay tuned this week. We'll be talking about RV upgrades on Tuesday, and then we're off to explore Michigan. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.